Welcome to Nurse Bay TV. Discussing all things nursing. I'm excited to share my travel nurse journey.
Part 3. I will say that let's say you're like, oh, I want to go to New York or Cali, wherever it is, Texas, wherever it is, because I know that they have the best pay rates, right? Consider your options on where you're going to be living, your living expenses, your transportation, your food, all the things, and your travel back and forth if you would like to come back before the contract is over. I'm sorry, y'all, the sun is just sunning on this one here. Yeah, so consider the fact of how far away you want to go, how far you're comfortable with, visiting family, friends, being able to come back and forth if you want to. Some people, make a stay out of it and have a time and don't fly home in between or whatever. These are all things I'm still figuring out, but I will say that when you consider your bottom line of how much you want to make for your skill set, you have to consider how much you're going to be spending for your stay, where you're living, while you're traveling, how much you're going to be spending on room and board and being able to get back and forth from the hospital to this to that, or your facility, whatever you decide. There's literally travel for everything. I don't think there's one specialty that people didn't present to me. There was a lot of specialties, because if you have a resume that has worked a little bit of everything. I worked a little bit of everything. I've always been willing to try a little bit of everything, and I'm not afraid of the floor or to go back to bedside, anything like that. I mean, I still can. OR PACU is still bedside. I know some people are going to argue the point. Look, I ain't trying to tussle, but I am not too bougie to work, because you get into nursing because you can almost do anything. So when people put themselves into a box and like, oh, I only want to do this specialty, okay, cool, whatever. But I do understand the reasoning, right? If like ER and ICU only do that, that's it. And I get it, because you put them on another floor and they're like, so what's this? What do I do? But if you're in your first 5 years of nursing, diversify your resume, because I've been a nurse for a long time, because I was an LPN before I was an RN, and before that I still worked for a hospital because I was a medical assistant. I was a medical assistant. I've only had jobs in the healthcare field. I was a customer service rep when I was like 18. But let's stay focused here, people. Diversify